Hi everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I decided today that I'm going to do something a little different. I have these two little coin purses, and I got both of them in Happy Mail a while back. I've had them a long time, and I decided that I want to do something with them. So, today's video is going to be all about lace and flowers and decorating these little coin purses. I want to say hello to everybody and thank you to everybody for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and a comment down below if you will, please. It really helps out my channel a lot and I do appreciate it. I enjoy reading the comments. I know that a lot of you made comments over the last couple of weeks. I was not feeling well for a little over a week there, and I just honestly, I didn't put out a video last weekend. I just could not bring myself to do it. Today is the first day, really. Well, yesterday I was feeling much better, but I had catch-up things to do around the house and grocery shopping and things like that. So I took care of those things yesterday, and today I am going to try to do 2 videos. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure that I'll get through 2 of them, but I'm going to try. So anyways, this will be our first one. You guys have seen my little pouches. Whoa, I almost knocked over my camera. And this one, I can only pull it out this far. This is one of the ones that I did, and this is a from scratch pouch that I made. And I love it. It's a necklace pouch. I love it because I can stick things in it, I can wear it around my neck, and I can wear it at work if I want to. The only thing that I don't love about this is that I did put chain around the top. I'm sorry, it's hooked on my camera tripod, so I can't pull it off, but it's got chain around it. This chain, if I put anything even a little bit heavy, because the pouch itself has some weight to it, and if I put anything a little bit heavy in there, it digs into my neck. So I'm going to change that, and I'm going to put something with a fabric ribbon or something. In fact, I have some great ribbon that I think would be really pretty on it. So I'm going to be switching that out. But that's the only thing I would switch about it. I love this pouch so much, and this is the one that I decided to keep for myself. So I'm going to read a quote or two. And this one, it was like the first one that came up on this site, and I really like it. It says, "Never regret a day in your life. Good days give you happiness, and bad days give you experience," which is so true. And trust me, I'm one of those that have had so much regret on certain bad days in my life, whether it be a bad decision or something that didn't go right that day or whatever it might have been. I do hold a lot of regret for those moments. I'm very hard on myself. Very, very, very hard on myself, you guys. If someone gets mad at me, I take it so deeply personal that I dwell on it. And I've got to stop doing that. I've decided that I'm no longer going to allow a bad decision or something that came out of my mouth or whatever it might have been that wasn't exactly perfect, and somebody gets mad at me for it. I don't go out or ever set out to make somebody mad. If I do something like that, it's by complete accident. It flew out of my mouth or whatever. Just because it was maybe a bad day or something happened and all of a sudden it just happened. And so that's probably the one mistake that I will tend to make occasionally, you guys. So very, very occasionally. And it's just based on usually a bad day. I don't have a lot of those. I have bad days, but I don't have a lot of days where I allow those bad days to make me say or do something that would ever hurt another person. And I don't think that I've really said too many things in my life that have actually hurt that other person. but things that maybe they didn't like what I said, or they didn't agree with me, or what have you. But I have taken those things, and I've taken them deeply personal and let them make me have several bad days, and I dwell on it, and I can't let things go, and I feel like I'm constantly apologizing for whatever I did or said that might have hurt. And sometimes it's somebody who seems mad at me that I don't even know what I did to make them mad. So and I will go to them and I will ask them, okay, what did I do that has changed the way you are with me? And 9 times out of 10, it turns out to be something I didn't do, or something that somebody else said that they embellished on, or something like that. And you know, they've hurt another person by doing that. And those are the people that do that because that's what they do. And I am not one of those people. I don't do those kinds of things. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's the Christian thing to do, and I don't think that I know that anything that I've done, and I have asked for forgiveness, and I know I am forgiven for the mistakes that I have made. So I'm good with that, and I am letting all of those kinds of things go. Letting them go today. So that couldn't have come at a better time. And then let's see, lead from the heart, not the head. That's a good one. That's from Princess Diana. And here's one: the older I get, the more I understand that it's okay to live a life others don't understand. Point taken, and so true. And that is where I will leave it today. So anyways, I hope you guys like those quotes. So the first one that I'm going to work on, I think, is this one. And I am going to, I've got this beige lace that I got in Happy Mail. And I'm going to put this around the outside of this because I don't necessarily want that pattern to just be front and center. Not my favorite in the world. So I'm going to wrap this with this piece of lace. So I'm going to take it, and hopefully these scissors will work well. If not, I have some scissors that are in a package that I have not opened yet, and I may take those out if these don't work well. These are not great, but they worked okay. But I did make a little bit of a boo-boo there, but I cut it a little extra large. Yeah, these are not great scissors. I think I'm going to pull my other ones out of the package. These are just Dollar Tree scissors, you guys. I've realized that I need to have a few pairs of these around just in case. You know, for when I bought them, I paid $1.25 and, or no, yeah, $1.25. And I can deal with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by just taking this edge. Let's see, let's make sure I've got it going the right way. This side looks smoother, so I think this is the front side of the lace. So let's just go like this, and we're just going to put a nice thin layer of glue right there. Okay, and then we're going to take this and go all the way around at the top and the bottom. So we might as well just do both at the same time, right? And thankfully we're doing this on cloth, so the glue won't set up real quick. So here I'm going to go right along the entire edge there. And yes, I'm going to rub my fingers together immediately, because if I do that, that glue comes off right away. If I leave it sit there, then it takes forever for it to come off. Okay, so now right there. I've got my trash can right here so that I can flip all this glue right into it. Okay, and now again I'm going to take it right along the whole edge here. And we do have this little overlap. That's okay. I'm not worried about that right now. And it looks like the underneath piece is cut a little bit crooked. I'm not going to worry about that either, because it's going to get covered up. So let's don't worry about that. And here I'm just going to go right along there. And there we go. Okay. So there we've got our little piece of lace. Don't like this popping up here, so I am going to take that and cut it off. Get any glue strings off of there. Okay. So that's, I'm going to leave this to the back of the coin purse. And I feel like this side of the purse is shorter than this side is, and it's kind of coming up over the edge, and I really just don't like that. So I am going to cut off a little bit of this edge loop there. Okay, and then I've got a bunch of other stuff here that I can use to put on this. I have some of this. What I want to do is I'm going to take on this particular one, I've got this pretty little scalloped lace here. I'm going to put that at the top. So I'm just going to start that right at the same place that I started the other lace, right here. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Okay. And then we'll just kind of keep on going. And I do have the right side up, you guys, just so that you know. Got it to right there. So I'm going to cut this off right here. This pear doesn't work the greatest either. It's not made to cut through anything very thick. So there we go. We've got that on there. These are going to be pretty easy to make, you guys. So you just need to have a few little things around your craft room that you can throw in there and make a fun little coin purse out of. I'm going to cut some of this mesh off of here. This is just a little piece of sequined lace that I just had an extra piece of sitting around, so I grabbed it. And on this one here, I think we are going to go with these two flowers on it, because they look pretty. So we're going to use those. And I've got this lace that Sherry sent me. And this is like it's a ruffled lace, but this part in between is like little tiny strings connecting it. It's not solid, it's little strings, if you can see, like through my nail. See that? So I kind of really like that. So here's the thing. I need to decide where exactly I want to put it, because I was sort of thinking I would put, and maybe I'll just save that for the other one, because I have this lace too, and I was thinking I was going to put it down at the bottom because it really does look pretty at the bottom there. And maybe what I could do is like maybe put that sort of over the top to make this one a little different. So let's go ahead and do that first. We'll get the bottom done. Which side is the front? This is the front. And I need to get my torch. This one takes a minute to warm up. But I did use it a minute ago on something, so it's not too bad. There's just a couple of little strings where I'm guessing this lace was connected. You know how they connect each piece to the next? I think that's why it's like that. So we're going to go ahead and cut this right here. Just took that little teeny tiny piece off. Okay, and we'll start right here. And as we go, we're covering up more and more of that piece in the middle. I'll just do it like that. There. Okay, now we'll cut this piece off, and we are going to cut there and there. And I'll just glue this little piece down. Okay. And it doesn't look like much yet, but I think it's going to be really pretty when we get it done. Okay, so this I can put aside. And what I want to do is, let's see, I thought I had some fringy. I know I did. Debbie sent me some fringe. And I thought I had it right here, and of course I don't. Oh, there it is. Yay, Debbie. I should have put this down first. I did not think about it, but I do want it to go on there. So what I'm going to do, let me cut this piece of tape off the edge here. And right here, I'm going to glue this. Let's see, which side is the front? And I guess it doesn't really, it looks like this is the back. So let's put a little dot of glue right here at the end so that that stays together. And we're just going to use our silicone mat to make it cure up real quick. Okay, and then this kind of stuff is kind of hard to keep in the right direction, so we're going to play around with it. The next one that I do, I will put this, because this is going to go on the other one too. So I'm just going to, we'll start on the back again. I'm going to get up under here, and I'm just going to start going around and hooking this up right under that lace. So because I did it this way, it's going to be a little harder to do, but we'll get it. I'm going to just pop that in there. Okay. Sorry, I had to go out in the backyard. I had a bad feeling my dog was doing something bad, and wouldn't you know it, she was. She's been digging in the backyard. And Jeff just put new sprinklers in back there. And I wanted to make sure she wasn't digging holes in his sprinkler spots, because we've had some rain lately, and once it starts raining, that's when she decides she wants to start digging. And I realize it because then I see little muddy footprints on the kitchen floor. So then, the mother that I am, I get out there and I clean it up. Jeff's gone. He's helping a friend right now. So I get out there and I clean up the mess. I mean, I tell her she's not a good girl for doing it, but that's about the extent of it. I don't get real mad because I know I can clean it up. As long as she hasn't broken anything, I don't worry about stuff like that too much. And even if she broke something, it wouldn't make me that mad. But Dad's voice seems to carry with her a little bit further. So, you know, men just have that louder voice, and it tends to make them a little more, I don't know, it upsets the dog. It upsets her because she doesn't want to disappoint. You know, she's one of those dogs. She does not want to disappoint anybody. So she's just the sweetest of sweetest dogs. So Mom comes to the rescue. Okay, so we're almost there, you guys. I'm right at the end. And let's see, I put some glue right there, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right here and glue this little piece down. And there we have it. Oops. Okay, that is cute. Super cute. Look at that. What a difference just that fringe makes, right? So now let's move on. Let's see, do we want to put this in this one? I think I kind of like this for this one. Just a little, whoopsie. I have strings on my nails. When it gets on my nails, that's when I really don't like it, because that's harder to get off. Okay, so if I put that there and go with our little flowers here, That looks really pretty. I like it. And then I was thinking maybe this. I think it's a little too big, but it does look pretty. Does that look pretty? It does look pretty. Or I could just take this smaller one that Debbie sent me, and I could pop that in there, and it can kind of dangle, and that looks really pretty. And maybe what I could do is add one more little dangly piece. This is an earring with a little bow at the top, and that could dangle as well. Maybe we'll put that one there and that one there, or no, I think only one of them is good. So let's see what the bow looks like, because this dangles a little bit further down. Okay, Carol, that looks really pretty. Kind of like this one though, because it shows up a little bit nicer, and that'll dangle a little bit. I kind of like that. It's a little less in your face. I am going to put a little bit of this lace in there as well. I've got, let's see, this would go pretty just kind of up there between the flowers. And maybe this one coming out. That looks pretty. I don't know where I put that other piece that I was cutting on. Honest to goodness. And I'm going to save that for the other one, I think. What did I do with that other piece of sequined lace? I do not know. I can't have gone too far. I was only working right here. Oh my word. That's how I work. Okay, well that's all right. We don't have to have it. We've got this piece here. And maybe we'll use this one. No. I think I might save these two for the other one. I also have one of these pretty little bows that I got in Happy Mail too. And that's really pretty. This one's going to go on the other one. I have this, and I also have some other dangly pearl lace. I had it in my hands just the other day, of course, but I wasn't using it at the time, so I sat it back down. This is not it, but this would be pretty on the other one maybe. Look at that. I think I might use that on the other one. I'm glad I did that. Okay, so we're good. We don't need anything else right here. I do have the other ruffly trim here. And I think because of this flower, I think it looks really, really pretty on there. So let's go ahead. Let's put that on there real quick. Really, really, really quick. I want to try and find something to do right here, whether it be just, you know, like a little piece of lace right here. Just kind of tucked under there and under that one. I mean, that looks okay with the little scallop going that way, but I have other laces that I don't think I have any in a beige, though, that would really look good right there. Let's see. Ooh, I have this. I could put a piece of that on the back. That would work. Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Oh, and I also have this. This would be pretty on one of them. Maybe I'll keep that out just in case. I mean, I could put this on the back. This has got some stains in it, but I can cut that piece off and just put this on the back. And it pretty much covers that whole thing. And it finishes it off. Or I can take this and just put a piece of this. I can cut it at the flower, actually. And just put the flowers right there. And that looks good, too. And it's kind of less obvious. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get this on here first and foremost. And I'm just going to start it right over there. And I love when I'm hot gluing onto something that is cloth because it is so much nicer. And I guess I'll go right over to there. And this is actually a stretchy ruffle lace. So you can stretch it out a bit. Okay, and then we're going to take, and we are going to use a piece of this. So I think I'll put a piece of glue right there. And just kind of all of the pearls came off of this one. Maybe we'll take this one. And I'm going to put some glue on the back, and I'm going to glue the thread that's holding those pearls on so that they don't come off. Because for those of you who don't know, they sew those pearls into this and sequins and stuff, and if you don't put glue on them, they're gonna come off. At some point they're gonna come off, and you don't want that. So we're gonna do that, and I use my silicone mat so that it dries quickly. Let's see, maybe we'll just go like that and we'll save that piece. That sounds good to me. So we've got that. Okay. So this is pretty quick and easy, you guys. I mean, this is not too terrible, right? And the next one I should be able to do even quicker. I'm not going to use that there. I don't want to waste it. Okay, what I could do, I could take this one and sort of put it in the middle there. That does look pretty. Was it this one? This one? Where's the other one? I know I had 3 of them. Again, I've lost another piece, you guys. Oh my word. 1, 2. Where in the world did the 3rd one go? Okay, that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to use this one. And we are going to put it right in the middle there. Right there. There we go. Another thing I could do is I do have a little piece of a bow here that I could add to the back here and just kind of have that hanging on the back side. But I want to see if it's something that I might want to use on the front or on the other little coin purse. And I also need to add something to the top of this. And I've got something, it's in the other room, but I've got something to put there. So let's go ahead, and I need more glue. I use Gorilla hot glue, you guys, in case anybody wonders. I like it because I feel it works better. And I forgot to put this one on. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see. I can still pull that back. There. We'll put that right there. Never fear, we'll save it. And I can do the same thing there. Just like that. Okay. So that's kind of hanging down into the fringe. That's kind of nice. I like that. And then this will go on right there. And this is one of my handmade flowers. I make these myself, and I like them a lot, but I don't always have a lot of things I can use them on. And I'm wondering if I should just go with that flower or no. These two really look pretty together, don't they? I kind of like that. I think I'm going to just go ahead and use this one. I think the pad that I made on the underside is a little oversized for this flower, but that's okay. You can't see it. It's still covered by the petals, so. And I do see just a little bit of fringe right there, so we don't want that to start fraying and looking bad. Okay, this one is gonna go right there, and it will hang down like that. And let's see. I'm going to check this out for either the top or possibly the other coin purse. We'll see. Looks pretty there, but it's going to get in the way of the zipper. If I was going to put it in, it should probably be somewhere like over here. And that does look very, very pretty. It matches this flower perfectly. So we're going to go ahead. We're just going to go for it. We're going to put it on this one right there. And you can still see the dangle right here. And maybe what I'll do is I'll put just a tingy dot of glue right there, just to make sure that bow sort of sticks over there. There we go. Okay, I love it. And then I'm going to put a little dangle charm on there. I'll be right back. Okay, this is just a dangle charm that I made. I actually made it. Let's see if that's the one I want to use or if I want to go with something different. I made a bunch of dangle charms for my dominoes. And this one's kind of cute, but I need to find something still to dangle from the bottom of it. I don't want anything too crazy on this one. Maybe I'll just go with the heart and the pearls. And I'm going to use this triangle piece. This came out of another purse. So I'm going to put that on there so it's a strong piece to hang on to this. And I am just going to try and find one of my other pliers. These are not so great. They don't work all that well, but maybe I can... Oh, look at that. It worked. I got those together. There we go. Okay, that way we've got our little... This should actually go the other way. I don't know why it's... I'm going to lift this piece up because it should be... Oh, no. Look at what I did. Okay, well, I'm going to have to figure something else out now. Darn. Because now, I mean, it'll zip, but there's nothing to hold on to. Oh, well. I'll figure something out with that, but so I won't be able to sell it for right now, but that's okay. Maybe I'll end up keeping it or something because it does zip and unzip, so no big deal for me anyway. But that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. I don't do zippers. I do not know how to do zippers. But anyway, that's it, you guys. Super cute. Actually, what I'll probably end up doing is putting a little hanger on it and just using it for myself. So, well, that's a real bummer. That makes me very sad, actually. I could just cry right now, but I won't. I won't cry. I will not cry. I will not cry. Okay, so let's put that in there. So, let's see how this one is. This one has a real zipper on it, so it's ready to go. So, man, do I wish I did this one first. Oh, well, you guys. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. Let me see how this hangs on here. I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is I'll cut this right here at this little heart and have that piece hang down to the front. This is definitely going to get cut up because I don't think I have anything that would be big enough to use all of this on. And I'm going to just glue all these end pieces and make sure that nothing's going to come apart. For both the top and bottom, because I don't want to ruin the top piece either. Okay, and we'll go like this. Okay, I'm going to pop this over, press it onto my silicone pad here. And we will cut this off right there. And I think we're gonna, no, we're gonna cut this right at the heart, which is what I initially planned. I kind of thought maybe I'd go a little above that, but I don't want to because this is a small little coin purse and I don't want to go too far with it. So look at all that beautiful, beautiful lace. I mean, is that not gorgeous? This came from Debbie. And what I'm going to do, let's see. I had another piece of lace here. This is more of a pinkish lace. So if I was to put that on there, and you can still see the sequins underneath, and that on the front, look at how pretty that looks. So that's what we're going to do, but this time I think I'm going to be a little wiser on my choices. Again, me and choices. I'm going to let this hang down off the bottom, and I'm just going to go to the top here. So this piece I will probably actually end up folding it over because we're going to have other hanging pieces. And we're going to stop it just at the middle here, right there. And we'll go around the top and get it hooked on there, just going along the top row of sequins here. And we do have the top side showing. I do want to cut this right here because we have a spot for a charm to hang from. So I'm just going to glue this right here. Right there. And then we'll bring this piece right around the edge, and I'm going to just go ahead and put some glue down the middle again. And then we'll glue it on this side. Push that around. There we go. Okay, now let's get this glued down. Just like that. And cut this right about there. I want it to be glued down at the edge here, not around the corner. Okay. Let me just put some glue right there. Stretch it right over that. This is not a stretchy lace. You guys, I'm so sorry if I somehow got out of frame doing that. I didn't mean to. I don't know if I did or not, but if I did, I apologize. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to take these little corners I'm going to press them in and press that corner in. And then I'm going to do the back side. Just like that. And just like a little envelope, we're going to fold this other side underneath. And don't worry about this, you guys, because nobody's going to see that part of it. Because remember, we're going to have the fringe and the dangles and whatever else is going to be there to cover that part up. So there we go. There we are. I'm really disappointed in that other one. I really am disappointed that I messed up that zipper. Oh well. No sense crying over spilled milk, right? Okay, so here's our fringe. Ugh, this stuff is so... Yes, it goes this way. So, again, I'm going to start it on the edge here. So we're going to go right here. And this will be our first layer. Okay. We're going to hit it right there. I love, love, love these fringes, you guys. I am a fringe girl all the way. I'm not really, I don't have any of like the little 60s fringy purses or anything, but I've wanted one. Secretly, I want one. I love that part of the 60s and 70s. I thought it was so fun. Uh-oh, what's wrong with this piece of fringe? It is going the wrong way. Well, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fold it under. It's literally hooked on there wrong. That was weird. That's the first piece of fringe that I've had do that. Look, I had to fold it over so it'll hang down. I'm not going to cut it off because there's really no reason to do that, even though it's a little shorter than the other ones. It doesn't matter. I don't mind. Okay, we're going to cut this right about here. So we're going to do our glue spot there. We're going to put it on our silicone mat if we can to set. Okay, and then we're going to cut it right there. And we'll go right there. Okay, look at that. I still have some left. Yay. I'm excited. Not much, but I have some. It'll be fun to use on something. Anything I can use this fringe on, I get excited. Okay. So there we go. We've got our fringe on. Looking good. I got to get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, next, let's see, what do we have here? We've got this beautiful lace, which I will probably use a piece of, but we also have this. Remember, I pulled this out, and I am in love with this, but I think if I'm going to use it, I may just use it on the front, because I, honest to goodness, do not want to waste a single bit of this lace, and I am going to have to cut it right here, but that's okay. I'll use this piece somewhere else. So I will do that. And I guess I should have put glue on this side too, so that I don't lose anything. Okay, and then it'll go from there to this one. So I'm just putting glue all over the back side, wherever I'm going to cut on either side of that. That way I know I'm not losing any pearls or sequins or anything. And then flip it over onto the silicone pad. Boom. Okay, so now let's get our scissors. I want to be able to see what I'm doing here. Honestly, let's see. I should go to right there. Should it go? Should it? So right here. Okay. And that will go perfect. And then this side. Right. I think I'm going to leave that on there. And look at, I still have a nice piece left. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start getting this glued on, and I want to put plenty of glue on that, on the back of this, so that it stays where it is, where I want it to stay. Okay, we're going all the way across and around. And we have a little pearl, one little pearl that came off there. If that's all I lost, I'm happy with that. Okay. I just swept off a rhinestone. Oh well. Okay, that is looking gorgeous already, you guys. So pretty. Oh my goodness. And then this, I was thinking I would put that just kind of above where that is. And then, I'm not going to use this. Take maybe a piece of that. And what was I going to do here? I have there's a little one. There we go. I think we're going to go with that. That one's too big. Okay. Where is my other? Oh, I guess I don't need it now. Okay, I'll look for that later. Oh, I forgot about this. You guys, look at me. I'm not going to use this on this one. I still like this better. So, at least for this piece. So I'm very happy with that. This is very pretty. All right. So maybe I'll go with this one and I'll cut it above the little loopsies. This one doesn't have these on it, and I'm thinking maybe with those on it it'll look a little bit more polished, and it does. Okay. So if I do that there and get my flowers, I'm just setting this up a little bit, you guys, so I know exactly how I'm gonna plan this. I've got this gorgeous trim right here that I was planning on using on this one, and this would look pretty right around the top. It kind of cleans it up a bit, either this or using this at the top, and that just looks really pretty. That looks very lacy and pretty, and that looks very pretty too. And I haven't used this on anything yet. I think I'm going to go across with this one. Debbie sent me this pretty lace. Can't believe how much glue I've already gone through. Okay, and now I'm going to take this and get it around the corner. I should have done this beforehand. But I didn't. So I'll do that. And cut it right there. Oh boy, I probably shouldn't have done that right there. And then right here, I'm going to cut this right here around this little loop thing that's on the purse. I forgot about that too. There we go. And then I can glue that back down. Need to go a little further. Oh, come on. There we go. And glue this down. And on this side, like that. And again, put a little piece of glue right there. And that way I've got my little loop still sticking out there. Okay, so there's that. And that looks beautiful, right? It looks gorgeous. Okay, now to take this and put it right in the middle here. And I love that. I see like some gray in there. I'm not sure where that came from, but it's okay. Okay. Very pretty. Okay, now let's get our flowers where we want them. They're going to go about like that. They look gorgeous, and these do not have backings on them, which is fine. Nobody's going to see the back side. And I'm putting plenty of glue on there, so she's going to be just fine. And then we'll get this one on. This one's nice and smooth on the back side. Okay. And we're going to push that right up against that one, like that. Okay. Okay, where's the top of this? I think that's right there. And I think I am going to hang this right there because it looks really, really pretty. So I'm going to pop that right in there. And we're going to use the pearl to place it. Press that right in there. And look at that. That will hang right into the fringe. Got this pretty bow. The bow could go up here. Right there. I think that looks good. So I'm just gonna put a nice amount of glue right there. Try and get this in there without messing it up. Just like that. And I've got this little fringy piece. And that could actually come down from the flowers too. I could take this and fold it in half. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold this in half and have a nice little, just a basic little fringe, pearl fringe. And it'll all be kind of together that way. So it's not like a long piece, it's just a short fringy bit of pearls coming out from there. Okay. Right there. Okay. And then I want to take, let's see. I'm not using that. That is mine. My Debbie made this for me. And this is going with me everywhere. There's my other little piece of sequin. I'm going to put this right in here. It's just, oh, you know what? Do I want to use that, or do I want to use a piece of this lace? I think that's a little too big. So maybe like that. That looks good. And this is lace that I got on Amazon, so I will put a link to that. I don't have the link to this because it was given to me in Happy Mail. I made the roses. These are bits and pieces. This earring came from Temu a long time ago. This was Happy Mail. So some of these bits and pieces, you guys, I cannot give you any links to because I just don't have them. I'm going to put this flower right on the edge there. And I was thinking about putting this on there, but I think it's just a little too much. So, and that, no. So, what I could do, I want to see if this flower here will fit in. And I do like that there, so I'm going to add that just for a little pinch of another color. And I love the sage green, so I'm going to put that right there with those flowers. And I think that looks gorgeous. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a dangle to this. Let me see which one I want to use. I had one picked out earlier. I think I'm going to use this one. It's an angel, a heart, and a cross. And I'm going to hang that from right there. Let me look. Wait. Let me make sure that's what I want to use. I don't want that. That's too big and bulky. I could use this. This is just a nice little pearl and a heart dangle. But you know, it just kind of gets lost on there. I don't know. How about this one? This one's a good one. It's got a butterfly, a feather, and a cross on it. And it's a short dangle. It still does get a little lost in there. Oh gosh, you guys. Maybe if I put just a piece of this on there, this would work. Okay, let's cut this off. This is just a piece of a necklace that I had that had pearls and little balls and stuff on it, and I've been cutting it up to use it as dangles for things. And actually it's simple enough for this. I want to see if I can find the right kind of jump ring for it though. Let's try this one. Yeah, this is a pretty strong one. Yeah, I need it to be strong because I don't want to have it fall off easily. Okay, so let me get this, and we're going to pop that right into that loop. And just just use this one, and hopefully this will help me close it. These needle nose pliers are just a little bit long and thin, but that's okay. So that hangs right off the side there. You can see it especially from the back. And from the back side, I think I will add a little something, and I'm going to add this little piece of lace. Or what I could do is I could add this piece of lace just to kind of tie it into the front. Maybe we'll do that. Let's do that. It's got some nylon thread in this one. And so I see those little nylon threads, and they don't always show up right away, but when I see them, I gotta cut them. There's some of that gray again. I think I can cut it off of there fairly easily. There we go. Oops, one more. Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys, let's see. I was going to pop this in somewhere just to give that, look at that. That looks really pretty right in there. So I'm going to pop that right in there. And hopefully the glue can grip onto this one really well because it's got all those pearls in it for it to gather itself around and hold on. All right, so there we go. This is a very pretty little coin purse. This is mine, and I've got to keep it handy. So I'm going to put this on my purse. Okay. And that's it, you guys. We got it done. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I did take one of these out of the video because it broke at the very end. There was a zipper issue. And so I had to remove that part of the video. But you got the best part. This is an gorgeous, gorgeous coin purse, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I may put a little dangle or something on this zipper as well. That will show up in the pictures if I decide to do that, though. So that's it, you guys. I'll take some pictures, so stay tuned for those at the back end. Hopefully they'll be good enough that you guys can see a little bit better the details on this. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Love you all. God bless. Bye-bye.